Oh, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome. Oh, my goodness. After my emotional Sunday yesterday, I feel better today. Yesterday was a tough day. Man, like I told you in my last video, that video I watched really hit home. Made me think of my children, made me think of when they were young, made me think of when I was young. No, made me think of when I was young and all the family would gather together. It was so wonderful. The aunts, the uncles, the older cousins, the younger cousins, we would all gather together and it was just wonderful. And yesterday just brought all that up. So anyway, let's get to the subject today, which my subject is, you can call it agoraphobia, or some people call it agoraphobia. I say agoraphobia, it's easier. But I wanted to bring that up because I know so many people suffer from it. And it is a terrible, terrible, terrible thing to suffer from. So if you are suffering from agoraphobia right now, I don't want you to think of yourself as some kind of a freak, or you're mentally ill, or whatever. Something causes an imbalance to create that. I had it back in 1985, right after my fourth child was born. It hit me out of the blue. He was only a couple of months old, and it hit me out of the blue. Well, at that time, my doctor said sometimes, you know, giving birth can just really mess up your hormones, your emotions, everything. I had it so bad, guys, that I could not walk out my front door. I literally could not walk out my front door. The thought of it terrified me. It was the most horrible feeling in the world. The thought of getting out of the house would send me into just, I would be like, oh my God. It was terrible. And it hit me like overnight. I mean, one day I was fine, the next, all of a sudden we went to the store and I found myself not being able to breathe, not being able to function. My then husband, he brought us home immediately. It hit hard. I did not know what was happening to me. I thought, what in the world? And it continued. I thought maybe I was just overtired from the birth and, you know, all that, a couple of months. I was trying to come up with reasons why this was affecting me this way. And it didn't go away, so finally my then husband said, you need to see a doctor. So I went to see the doctor that I have known for years and years and years, Dr. Greenberg, and he knew immediately. He said, oh, you have agoraphobia. I was like, what? What is that? I didn't even know what that was. And I was like, what is that? And then he explained it to me and I thought, oh my God. Well, in my case, the thing that took care of it was Xanax. Xanax has been the cure-all when something hits me. It's been the cure-all for me. I don't know why. Everybody reacts differently to different drugs and things. Well, this was back in '85. And he put me on it 3 times a day, guys. I was on it 3 times a day. I don't know how I did it now that I think back. I really don't know how I did it. I had 4 kids at that time, one of them being a baby. Well, the other 2 before him were basically babies too, because I had my first child when I was 19. I had only been married a year and then got pregnant and had him right before my 20th birthday. Then I had my daughter, let's see, no. I had my daughter after I got remarried, 5 years after my first divorce. I got remarried. I had my daughter. Then when she was 9 months old, I got pregnant with my third child. And when he was a year old, I got pregnant with my 4th child. So I basically had little ones. And after he was born, after my 4th child, Elliot, was born, man, I am telling you, it's like my body just went haywire in every way. It just, I don't know what happened. Not only did I get the agoraphobia, but I became lactose intolerant. I couldn't eat wheat. It would thoroughly upset my gut. So to this day, I'm still lactose intolerant. can't eat wheat or gluten. I don't know what happened after that birth, but my doctor said it's very common for some major changes to happen after birth. Well, it did after the fourth one, so it took 4 for that to happen. But it was terrible. It's a horrific feeling, and any of you that are experiencing agoraphobia right now, you know how terrifying it is, how it makes you feel stupid, it makes you feel weak, it makes you feel like you're just a loser, you're out of control. It just makes you feel all those things. And don't. Because after I talked to my doctor, he said it's not something you can just control. It can take for a very long time to overcome it. In my case, taking the Xanax 3 times a day, he said the reason that he was prescribing Xanax is that they found for some reason it stabilizes the inner ear in some people. I was desperate. I was like, I'll try it. And I had never tried Xanax before. I didn't know what it was. And he said, he explained to me how I would feel and all of that. And in about 2 weeks, I could feel the fear lessening. And finally one day my then husband said, let's get in the car and go for a ride. And I was like, well, okay. And he was shocked. I was shocked at myself, but I got in the car and we went for a ride, and I didn't get that horrible, terrifying feeling. And I thought, oh wow, this is unbelievable. Well, after that we just progressed more and more and more to where I would get out more with him. I couldn't drive. I couldn't drive at the time because I was too afraid because of the agoraphobia. I was afraid to go out that door and drive. But I would go with him, and we'd go to the store, go wherever, and in a matter of weeks the agoraphobia was gone, just completely gone. And it was just a few weeks. And so my doctor told me how to taper off of the Xanax because I was only on it for such a short time. And at that time, for whatever reason, it didn't affect me to just quit it. You're not supposed to do that, so don't do that. If you're on medication, don't you dare do that. It can send you into seizures and all kinds of horrible things. It can actually even kill you if you quit a benzo like that. But back then, I was like, oh, I'm done. I feel good now. I'm not afraid. I'm just going to quit. I did. I just quit. I had no withdrawal or anything. Maybe because it was just a few weeks. I don't know. But that agoraphobia was gone. And it was severe. It was, oh, I don't know how to explain it. It was so severe that the thought of going out the front door would almost send me into a, I don't want to say panic attack, just send me into a state of nervousness that was uncontrollable, just nervousness, like, oh my God, no, I can't go out the front door. It was really strange. And I don't know why the Xanax, it just worked wonders for me. I mean, I remember the first day I took it, I immediately felt this feeling of, you know, hey, I don't feel as crazy today. Because I did. I used to think I was crazy when I had it. And if you're feeling that way, you don't let anybody tell you that either, because there are people out there who cannot understand that agoraphobia is a real and serious thing, and it can affect every aspect of your life. I mean, every aspect of it. And it was bad, guys. It was so bad that the most I could do was go into the backyard with my younger kids, and even then I would feel like, okay, I'd be out for a while, and then I'd be like, okay, I've been out for a while, I need to go in the house. It was bad. And I just wanted to talk about it because I know so many people do suffer from it, and they're suffering not just from the agoraphobia, but from people not understanding what it's about and how you can't just say, well, I'm over it. It doesn't work that way. It's a very serious mental issue. Not meaning that in the way that you're mentally ill or crazy. No, it is how your brain is functioning at the time, and it takes a lot to overcome it. I don't know if you've ever read anything about Paula Deen, but she suffered from agoraphobia. I think it was, what was it? How many years? You know what? Just so that I get it right for you guys, I'm going to look it up. Hold on a second, all of y'all. Okay, let's see. For 2 decades, mind you, Paula Deen suffered from agoraphobia for 2 decades, causing her to avoid leaving her home and experiencing panic attacks. Imagine that. And she said she worked through it back then, because back when she had it, I guess they didn't have much for it. But she worked through it by she would force herself to get in the car because she had 2 boys to take care of, and she would force herself to get into the car to go to the grocery store. But she actually said, I watched a video on it, she couldn't go any further than right into the store, and whatever was right there, just right there, is what she would buy to eat, because she couldn't go all the way into the store. That's how bad she had it. And she said she would just slowly but surely make herself go a little bit further the next time, a little bit further the next time, till finally it went away. But 2 decades it took her to get over it, guys. 20 years, that's a lot of suffering. I don't know how she did it. But the reason I like to make videos about things like this is because I know how many people suffer from so many different things, and other people do not understand. When it comes to mental things, when it comes to you mentally, that something's affecting you, like panic attacks, anxiety, agoraphobia, different type of things like that, people think, oh, just get over it. No, it doesn't work that way. And I want you to know that I understand how difficult it is for you if you're coping with this right now. It is a very painful thing to cope with, and you do feel like a loser. You feel like, oh my God, I'm such a loser, I can't get over this, look at me, scared to walk out of my house, oh my God, you feel terrible about yourself. I did. And I felt really bad because of my kids, even though they were really little and they would never remember anything, except for my older one, definitely would have back then. I felt like, oh, I can't even get out there and go someplace, you know, with my kids, take them to the park, take them to some kiddie thing, you know. I couldn't do it. It was terrible. But luckily for me, I only dealt with it for a few months, actually. It was, I'd say I dealt with it for about a month. And then I finally went to the doctor, and then I got the treatment, and then I finally worked my way out of it with the medication. So yeah, it was a few months, nothing like 2 decades. And I'm sure there are some of you right now maybe who are watching, and you're still stuck in your home, and it's been a long time, a very long time. I don't know what to tell you in terms of getting rid of it other than, you know, speak to a good doctor, maybe a homeopathic doctor, because my homeopathic doctor, there was one point in the 90s when I felt a little funny, you know, I was kind of getting that funny feeling of going out and about, not to the point of agoraphobia, but I was getting uncomfortable. And I went to my homeopathic doctor, and she put me on some stuff, and it was gone. The stuff that she gave me took care of it, so I wasn't back on, you know, Xanax or any kind of drug. She took care of it. She said, oh, don't worry, I'll take care of it. And lo and behold, the anxiety that I was kind of feeling about going out again, that hadn't reached the point of I couldn't go out again, I knew. I thought, I don't want that to come back. And when I talked to her, she was like, oh, don't worry, it's just a little imbalance, I'll get it back in balance. And she did. She put me on a bunch of remedies. They're little white pills for any of you that know anything about homeopath. They have liquids and these little white round ball pills. And she prescribed several of them for me. I mean, several of them for me. And I was on them for a few weeks, and I never got that agoraphobia again. So I just wanted to touch on this for those of you going through this. Know that there are people like me who understand what you're going through, and it is painful, it is hard, it is a very difficult thing to go through in life. It is not easy. and you do feel like, what is wrong with me? Will I ever get over this? Well, all I can suggest is, I don't know, maybe talk to your doctor about Xanax, because it certainly took care of it for me. I mean, it literally took away the fears and the worries and what have you, and I was only on it a few weeks. So that did it for me. It took away that fear of being out there. It literally took it away to where my husband would say, let's go. My then husband would say, let's go do this. And I'd be like, okay, you know. And I remember my oldest son, we had moved to a house that we bought, and he wanted to take our daughter to Roswell to see the alien thing. And they were expecting me to put up this fight of, oh yeah, no, I'm not letting you take her that far, no way. When he asked me, I was out in the yard working, and I was like, yeah, okay, you can take her. They were all shocked, because that was the period when I was going through that feeling again. It was the 90s, and they knew that I was getting kind of weird about being out and about, and they were stunned when I said, yeah, you can take her. They went to Roswell, and they had a good time. But anyway, guys, I just had to make this for you so you know that you're not alone, and millions of people deal with this. It's not just you. There's millions of people that you may not even know, that you know, that may not even make you aware of what they're going through. So take care, guys, and I wish you strength. I send you love. I hope that you find somebody to help you get over this, because it can be conquered. I know. Paula D knows. Millions of people know that it can be conquered. So take care, guys, and I will see you in my next video, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. You take care. Bye-bye, everybody. Move, baby girl. Oh. Whoops. Off we go.